What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Look familiar? We used to be down here all the time, girl. So we are down here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I was gonna go get something to eat, but I want to go inside and sit down someplace and relax. So I was gonna make my video and then I'm gonna go get something to eat. I don't know what I want yet, but I don't know. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Overall, the episode was pretty good. I've been seeing people online saying that the season is not good at all, and they don't like the season. They've already started asking for questions for the reunion, so I guess the season they got maybe 3 more episodes. I don't know. But then you know that Salt Lake City just ended, New York just ended, and then Beverly Hills is about to end, and then I guess Orange County and Atlanta are going to start around the same time. I guess I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. Anyway, so the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills started off with um, Erica being told that her bill is going to be $37,000. I cannot wait to see the results of her makeover. I cannot wait. They show Kathy inviting Bose over to um, her house for dinner. She asked her were those puka shells or pearls, and she said, "No, honey, these are diamonds." I was like, "Was that kind of shady?" Because you know that Kathy is not a dummy, and she be saying stuff to get reactions out of people. And I was like, "Was she trying to be slick by saying either those diamonds are so big they look like puka shells, or are those diamonds cloudy they look like pearls?" Which was it? That's why I was like, bitch, I don't know how to take that. Are they puka shells or pearls? And she was like, no, these are diamonds, right? So I don't know. Anyways, Garcelle comes over. Wait, Erica. What's the child's name? Sutton. Garcelle goes over Sutton's house. Sutton says, I called you over here for something else. I want to prepare you. I called you over here for something else. I would like for you to come to Augusta with me. She says she's nervous about her mom. Her mom and her have been in a difficult place for about 10 years. She loves her ex-husband and she holds a little resentment for that even after the divorce from her ex-husband, she would still give him praise. And so she wants to, I guess, I don't know, talk to her mom about it. I don't know what she plans to get out of that old lady, but I don't know. So they said, let's see if Kyle wants to go. So they call Kyle on FaceTime, and Kyle says, yeah, y'all want me to go? Yeah, I'll go. She says, very personal. I want to get to a place where I'm not feeling awkward with my mom. She's 82 years old. And then I think it was Garcelle says, we'll be gentle. And then Kyle says she's not giving feeble vibes. Your mama is not feeble, honey. She might be an old lady, but she's an old whippersnapper, okay? So Dorit and Bose are out. Where are they? Where are they? Did they go out to eat? I don't know where they were. At somebody's house? I don't remember. So she said they're talking about Sutton shutting her down. And did you tell PK about what Jagger said? And she said, yeah, I sent him a text, but he didn't respond. And then the next day he responded and said that he was at a friend's wedding. Have a nice day. And I haven't spoken to him since the therapy session. And she's like, so you need to be prepared, because what if he comes home and serves you papers? What happens? What happens, Dorit? What are you going to do? Have you prepared? Are you prepared? Girl, that conversation at the end with her and Erica and Bose and Kathy, and Erica was like, girl, y'all be trying to live in this fantasy world believing that the man that you married is going to be the same man that you're divorcing. Those are two different people. You can ask most divorced people, The person that walked down the aisle is not the same person in the courtroom when it's time to get a divorce. That's very rare. Are you going to get the same person who dissolves the marriage with the same love that they had on their wedding day? Sorry to break it to y'all. Bose goes out. Bose goes out with Keely. Bose goes out with Keely. They're sitting down. She's saying it's really hard to connect to someone in LA, especially at her age. She's in a love bubble with him, and she's appreciating the love bubble that they're in. I said, oh, not the love bubble, Teresa Giudice. She says it seems like we're hurtling towards some things, and we're just jumping to fertility. And he said, at what point will it seem like I'm wasting time? Will it seem like I'm wasting your time? She's and is there a timeline? And she's like, yeah, I don't think he has the same urgency that I have. I'm 47. Babies are not growing on trees. If I want to carry a baby, it's not gonna I don't have a lot of time to do that, and I don't want to have a baby out of wedlock. So marriage is marriage on the table? And he was like, well, I appreciate you for not pressuring me and allowing me to move at my own pace, but we do want our future together, and she's just waiting for the future, she says. He says, I'm grateful to have an opportunity to experience you. She was like, you should thank God. You should thank God. He was like, I thank God every day. Even if I didn't, I would say that anyway. I don't know how I felt about that. So I don't know about Keely. I do find it odd that on the next episode she shares that they haven't said I love you. So they really are jumping to fertility. He feels like he wants to pass on his DNA, and he wants to pass on his genetics, and he wants to do that with Bose. He wants to do that with her. And so I don't know. I feel like we need a background check on him. I hope she's done an extensive background check on this man, because who are you and where did you come from? How did she meet him? Did she ever say how she met him? Anyways, Kyle and Mauricio go to the range. She says she wants to protect and be able to defend herself. And they're sitting there, at the range, and he's talking about, his condo and what he eats, and talking about he has a lot of eggs in the refrigerator, and he drinks soup, he gets canned soup and stuff like that. Girl, basically he eats out. Girl, he does not eat at home. She was like, canned soups? Yes, girl. I'm living my life. I eat out mostly, right? Look at the bills. You don't look at any of the bills, Kyle. You don't know what's going on over there. I don't know, Kyle. I don't know, Kyle. So he asked her, how was it at home with the girls? And she's like, well, I'm in our home. It feels different. The girls are not there. You're in a new environment, so it feels like something new. And I thought to myself, why doesn't she move? Why don't you go get you a condo? Why don't you let the girls stay in the house? I don't know. When Portia goes off to school, what are you going to do? Baby, that's psychic. That's psychic. When she said that man will never emotionally fulfill you, and the marriage is going to be over when them girls leave the house. Girl, if that ain't come to pass, that shit is crazy. They're off to Augusta. They go to Augusta, and they're flying commercial. Garcelle is over it. She was like, girl, she was like, what time did they come pick you up? She was like 3:45. Girl, I would have been pissed. 3:45. They're flying commercial, red eye. Avi meets them with Junebug. She says she's nervous to meet her mother. The house is really nice. The rooms are nice. It's really decorated, really nice. She bought the home with her ex and got it in the divorce. And then here comes Reba. She hugs Garcelle. Jim kissed Kyle on the cheek, and that was Reba's friend. Did you see Reba's friend? They came out from the back of the house. There's a back house that she lives in. Garcelle gives Reba a gift. She was like, why are you laughing? Is there a snake in here? She had the scarf. She got the scarf from Saks, she said. Reba says, I can wear it as a sarong. She's like, oh, yeah, you could do that too. She said, I heard so much about you. She said, good, I hope. She said, well, I'm going to see. She lives in the back. She loves her grandchildren. James is weird. James is Sutton's son. James is weird. And she was like, oh, I got a weird son too. She was like, I know. I seen him. Girl, it was so many people online talking about, trying to inject race. Now this is a 82-year-old white woman from the South. What do you expect? And she's stoic, no emotions. Her daughter calls her a narcissist later, saying I was raised by a narcissist and end up marrying a narcissist. Because Reba was only concerned about you leaving this man. It was really he's the one that filed for divorce. But what are we going to do for money? Are we going to be set, baby? Are they set? They're set. All right. So after that, after that, at Kathy's house, she wants to have dinner. She's going to have dinner. She invites Erica, Bose, and Dorit. I said, Erica is happy to be at Kathy's house. Girl, she is so happy. So she says, I caught up with Kyle. They left for Augusta. Dorit said, I didn't know that they were going anywhere. Why wasn't Erica invited? Erica's from Atlanta. Why wasn't Erica invited? And basically, Sutton said, this is really personal. I'm trying to get over this mom stuff, right? And I'm sorry to say it, Sutton, but your mom is not going to change. You are going to have to accept your mother for who she is and be done with it. And if you want to, you're going to continue to be in her life. She's 82 years old. She's probably on her way out of here. Hell, she might live to be 102. You never know. But she's contemplating, I want to be in a good space with my mom. But you're also asking an 82-year-old woman who has never shown you these things to do it now in order for you to move on. I feel like Sutton is going to have to seek therapy to figure out how to get past this, because your mother is not going to change. This is the same woman has raised you. She doesn't have any emotions. She only cares about herself. You're holding on to the relationship out of obligation. That's all you love your mom and blah blah blah, but loving someone who mistreats you or doesn't treat you kindly or doesn't bring out the best in you, that's some kind of trauma. That's something you should talk to. I feel like you should talk to a therapist about loving someone and trying to build a relationship with someone who over and over and over again shows you that they don't have any emotional connection to you. They really don't care about you. They're not really happy about the accomplishments that you've made. Doesn't sound like a healthy relationship. But because it's your mother, you feel obligated to maintain the relationship. And in her mind, all she cares about is, are you going to be able to take care of me? Am I going to be able to continue this lifestyle that I've grown accustomed to? And that's why she praises that man, because he's the reason why all of this is happening. Like, you're able to take care of her. I didn't want all the girls to come, period. Dinner is ready at Kathy's house. She said she found out when she was in Venice that this lady knew that she was like, I'm part Italian. She says something about Italian wines. Did you find out you were part Italian? Yeah, when I was in Italy. This lady knew everything, that I'm part Chinese, 3,000 BC. I said, what? Dory said, come again? Girl, what? When I tell you Kathy Hilton says things on purpose, she says things on purpose with a straight face. And it's the best. I think it's the best shit ever. She says, Garcelle asked her, how are you feeling about Reba? She says she's tough. We're alike. And then did you see Teddy come out and say, Sutton is just like her mother? Yes. And I think that's part of the reason why she needs to heal that part, because whether you like it or not, the parts that hurt you so much about how your mother interacts with you is how you interact with the other women. Period. That's it. You're a hard ass. You're tough on them. Name them. They showed it. Name them. And then you hear Kyle, stop saying that to me. She did it to Dorit. She tells you, I'm here for you. And then the next episode, she's cussing you out or saying something, being insensitive to you or interrupting you while you're trying to tell a story about your child finding out that you and your husband might be getting a divorce. I'm interrupting you. But just telling you the other day, you can lean on me for support. Yeah, she's like her mom. She takes, from everybody. Unfortunately and fortunately, we take pieces of our parents, how we were parented, we take it and parent our children the same way. And for some who had a toxic upbringing, they bring that toxicity to their child rearing. And hopefully for a lot of us who were parented in a way that we feel like wasn't suitable for our personality, hopefully we didn't take, and if we did, we healed those parts of ourselves so we wouldn't imprint our children with the same bullshit that our parents imprinted on us. Hopefully. I had a conversation with, Kyle said, I had a conversation with you about the store. She was like, in that moment, I needed my mother. I was so excited to have her there. I worked very hard and my mother wasn't supportive. I deserve better than that from my mother. Yes, because she has the title mother, you have certain expectations from her. But for some women who are mothers, they're not the best mothers. They don't know how to mother. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you know how to mother. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you are suitable to be someone's parent. Just because, do you understand what I'm saying? So Reba wanting her, having these expectations out of someone you call mother, that lady is not a mother. She just had you, my dear. She just gave birth to you. She's not, whatever is in your head on what a mother should be, that woman is not demonstrating that. And this is how we end up in toxic relationships with other people, because we try to maintain relationships with people who are not supportive. She said her mother is not supportive. She deserves better. She was hurt. Her mother is tough. She needed her. And she never is happy about her accomplishments. Would you maintain a relationship with anyone who showed up like that in the relationship? Not supportive, not happy for you, tough on you. You would actually try to reevaluate the situation and probably exit the relationship. But because this person is your quote mother, you feel obligated to maintain a relationship with her. And unfortunately, it's causing you more pain. You would have less pain if you would, I guess, limit the amount of time you're around her or not be around her at all. I'm estranged from my mother because I'm not going to play this roller coaster game with you where you do something, cross boundaries, and then say, I'm sorry, and then I accept you back, and then you just do it again, and you keep doing it again. I'm getting off the carousel, my dear. I'm not playing this game with you. And this shit where so many people, oh, you only get one mother, you only get one father, you only, listen, if you don't learn nothing else from me at any time you spend down here, if you are in a toxic relationship with a parental figure, guardian, whoever the fuck, and somebody is guilting you into maintaining the relationship with them because you only get one mama and you only get one daddy, you respond, they only get one me. The same way I only get one mama, they only get one Erica. You won't get another Erica. So you be mindful about how you're showing up in the relationship with me. And I have no obligations to, just because you have the title mother, I have no obligation to maintain a relationship where I'm not feeling supported, not feeling uplifted, not feeling good at all about interactions with you. I don't need that relationship. But if you notice, when you go into other relationships and you have a weird relationship with your parental figure, all the rest of your relationships are going to be weird like that if you don't heal that part of that. If I don't tell you nothing else, don't let anyone guilt you into maintaining a relationship with someone who does not uplift you, who does not support you. You wouldn't do it with anybody else. I'm just saying it. She was so worried about the divorce. It was about her. She was worried about she wasn't going to have money to support her lifestyle. I was raised by a narcissist and I married one. She said, watching her give Christian praise where there's no acknowledgement of anything that she's accomplished. I need her to acknowledge. It's going to help me move on. Sutton, you too old. Just as old as your mother is, 80 something years old, mid 80s, that you're not going to get that from her. And you may not get it until she's about to take her final breath. You may not get it. And you're going to have to reconcile that the thing that you're expecting from this person, they're not able to give it. Just because she has the title mother doesn't mean that she's able to be motherly to you. Doesn't mean that she's able to be nurturing and support you. She's not that person. She just has the title mother because she gave birth to you. And under this system, that's what we give the title to people who give birth to people, mother. But she's not a mother in the sense of that you want her to show up. You're not going to get that from her. She's not going to change. She's not going to change. Garcelle comes up with the bright idea that she wants to sit down with this old white lady from the South. Girl, what? Okay, girl. Kyle says, I don't think she should meddle. She said, I'm going to say something and I'm going to run. But yet then in the next episode, she said, I don't think that's any of your business. I said, tell her. She told her just right. It's none of your business. And I don't know who you think you are coming all the way down here thinking I'm going to change how I treat my daughter. Who are you? You just met her. I can't wait to see what REBA tells Garcelle. I can't wait. Bose goes to Kathy about Kyle. What's going on with Kyle? I'm meeting her, and I don't know, maybe it's because I latched on to Dorit, but I'm meeting her and she's coming off very cold to me, and I feel like it's a little elementary. Oh, okay, well, you're getting a glimpse of Kyle Richards. That's how she acts, my dear. What you're experiencing with Kyle being cold and it's a little elementary, you're very perceptive. That's exactly what's happening. Kathy says, well, Dorit says, I don't even know what's going on with her. And then Kathy says, I try not to bother her. She's been married her whole life. What she's going through is a little traumatic. But I just make sure she feels loved because because at the end of the day, because Kyle is a Capricorn, she'll do anything for you. Ask her and she'll do it for you. But I leave her alone. I don't, pry, I guess. She didn't say that, but I guess that's what she said. Like, I leave her alone. And that was it. Dorit said, and then she was like, what's going on with you? Dorit says, my life is shitty right now. What's going on with PK? And then Kathy goes, you know what? You just really couldn't help but love PJ. And Erica goes, PK, whatever. It don't matter, bitch. We about to divorce this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what his name is. I'll fuck somebody's name up for real. That's what Kathy did. I don't give a fuck enough to get his name right. Period. They asked her, the producer asked her about her and Rick, and she said, we started out very young together and we enjoy being together. Dorit said she was very protective of his image. A lot of wives protect their husband's image. That's a part of the whole package. That's a part of the whole package. Protect his image, even though this nigga is wearing you down. Even though this nigga is not hands-on. He's never around. He leaves for weeks at a time. We already knew that. That's what I'm saying. It was no use to lie to the kids. Just tell them the truth. Because the truth is your father is never around. He's not a hands-on person. She said, he's a good father, right? She was like, wrong. He's not hands-on. She was like, I thought you were going to say yes. She said, normally I would. She said, I worked overtime to protect him. I don't think he realized that. What you talking about? Men know. Men know good and goddamn well that you're going to protect their image. You know why? Because in protecting his image, you're protecting yours. Because if you really told the truth about how your husband showed up, everybody would be questioning, bitch, are you okay? Why are you there? Are you're telling me you're a single married woman? Is that what you're telling me? There are a lot of women who do the same exact thing Dorit does, protecting their husband's image, when knowing good and goddamn well you're carrying all of the load. I don't think he realizes that. Oh no, he realizes that. Men know. Men know. Because they know that you would never tell the world my husband doesn't contribute the way he should, because that makes you look crazy. When I first met him, she was like, how old is he? He's 56. She was like, when I first met him, I thought he was 56. Bo says, girl, that is so shady. Erica was like, girl, that's why I just closed my eyes. Girl, he's old looking. He look old. I don't even know what his fucking name is. And he look old, girl. Don't worry about it. You can get something better. Get Rick to hook you up with somebody, honey. What is he doing? Like, what's going on with him? He sent her a 7-page email with a barrage of financial expectations, telling her in 30 days that he's transferring all the expenses of the house to her. Erica said, get a fucking lawyer. He's talking about custody. He has all of these things that he wants. And if he doesn't get them, he's going to proceed with a divorce. It sounds like a divorce already. And Kathy was like, what are we doing? I thought we were just separating to see where we are. The way he's talking, what you're saying here and the way he's talking, that sounds like something different. Erica says, I haven't seen one woman have a peaceful divorce unless that motherfucker was dead. And she's not lying. She's not lying. And then she says, what are you holding on to? What are you doing? Bose says, do you think he wants to be married? Dorit says, no, I don't. Erica says, then what are you waiting for? She's like, I'm the token idiot wife. And they're like, no, you're not. You're just taking off your rose colored glasses. No, I was an idiot. I'm an idiot. Yeah, call it for what it is. She says, I've been married 9.5 years and I just found out there's a law in California. And then Erica said, yeah, the community property law. After 10 years, your marriage is considered a long-term divorce and it's half. So if you want to hurry up and get out of a marriage so the motherfucker doesn't get half, exit before 10 years. And you see the average marriage in the United States lasts 8 years, the average. And that's a California law. There's different state laws of divorce in terms of what's considered community property and after how long. But I assume 10 years is probably the range, the normal thing. She says he's trying to have a divorce before 10 years. And then Bo says, when's 10 years? And she said, in 6 months. She goes, she was like, girl. Like, that conversation was like, I felt like it was a good conversation. And I feel like they do need more, like, I mean, they do this all the time where they split the girls up and stuff like that when the girls go on a trip and stuff like that. I feel like it's not a big deal that all the women didn't go to Augusta. I feel like it's not. I feel like she should have told us the sisterhood and this and that. Well, I could understand that a little bit. Like, hey, y'all, I'm going to Augusta. It's a little sensitive for me. I'm only going to bring a couple people because I don't want to be overwhelmed because my mom is already a lot. So I'm only going to bring Garcelle and Kyle. I know y'all would want to come. I know y'all would want to be there to support me, but I only need 2 people on this trip. Maybe she should have did that. I kind of get what they're saying, but I don't think it's a big deal that she didn't tell them or invite them, right? Because then we get these moments like this. And when it's not so many people, chiming in and stuff like that, it gives a good scene. She was like, Erica says, I cannot sit here and bullshit with you when I know what's coming for you. I wouldn't be a good friend. You beg me for honesty. I'm going to give it to you. You have to protect yourself. She says, you have to protect yourself. The price of poker has changed. This is not a partner. This is not my friend. This is my adversary. Let me tell you that it's a fucked up place to be where you are. And I don't know any other way to say it to you. You have to be proactive, she said. If you don't make the decisions, life will make it for you. And then Bose says, no, he will make it for you. Be proactive. And I'm preaching to myself as I'm preaching to you, because if I could have done a better job, I was paralyzed by fear and I waited to the last minute, and I shouldn't have. Dorit says, if I have to go to war, I will go to war. But once you get me in that headspace, it's not going to be easy to pull me back. She says, do you think I have to be sure that I don't want to go back? He doesn't want you back. Well, if that's the case, girl, what you mean if that's the case? He's just sent you a damn 7-page email telling you, bitch, if you don't do this, I'm going to get a divorce. What don't you understand? Like, what are you living in? Girl, what's going on? She says, if everything you told us tonight indicates that that's the situation, you got to get out. You got to get out. I was like, well, they talking to Dorit like she was in a goddamn, like she was undercover somewhere. You got to get out. You got to get out. You can't let them make you. You got to get out. Dorit, you got to get out. You got to get out. You better call Sutton and ask her who's her forensic attorney. We need to start. You should have started this when he started acting stupid. And quietly, you should have been, the way that he was already moving in the marriage, not showing up for weeks, not calling the kids, you trying to protect the kids from, their father not calling them, girl. This is something you should have been prepared for. And a lot of people don't even believe that like Dorit and PK are getting a divorce. They feel like this is a storyline. And it's remarkable if y'all are playing this for a storyline. And if you are, if I was Bose, I wouldn't be your friend anymore. If I found out that this was some fake shit, girl, it's over between you and I.
And I'm going to go to the car and dial 911 because you're going to jail, bitch.
But they seem to be really close, her and Dorit. And I like it. But I hope Dorit is not lying about this. I hope this is not a lie. I hope this is not a storyline thing. But the bitch, you should have been planning this for a long time. You should have. Erica was like, girl, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, I just posted that thing of Quad talking about, yes, Portia. Remember when they told her that on Watch What Happens Live. Ooh, my battery's dying. Watch What Happens Live, and she was like, yes, Portia, about Portia and Dennis. Some of your girls will walk you down the aisle. They will cheer you on down the aisle to the hands of a scammer, honey, just so that you can say you were married and have a husband. But then you have your other friends that are saying, bitch, get the fuck out of that relationship. You need to get a lawyer right now. He's not playing with you. And I'm being honest with you. We're not sugarcoating. This is not a fantasy. The fantasy is over, bitch. Just like Erica said, he's not a friend. He's not a friend. He's not your husband. He's not your friend. This is your enemy now. You better have your shit in a row. Both of them. The other one, Kyle too. You better have your shit in a row too, because I feel like Kyle and Mauricio have more at stake. And all that lovey-dovey huggy and I'm gonna show you empathy and stuff like that, girl. Money makes motherfuckers act real funny in divorce and in death. We all know it. We all seen it. And it's so weird how people don't prepare themselves to say, when this person dies, I already know this motherfucker's going to act crazy. I already know they're going to act crazy. So you prepare. When him and I divorce, I already know he's going to act a fool. So I will be prepared. Now she's not protecting him anymore. She's not protecting him. He's not a good father. He's not hands-on. He's not present. He leaves for weeks. Girl, fuck that. You should have been already talking to somebody, Dorit. Yes, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. The fantasy, you got to dissolve the fantasy, because he's not coming. You're the only one that was sold the fantasy. He's never been in the fantasy. It's been you in the fantasy. The women need deprogramming. You've been in the fantasy. I check PK's, PK, whatever the fuck his name is. I check his damn pockets. From now on, we calling that motherfucker PJ. PJ, yes, Portia.
A said, since you guys are close friends with some of the Atlanta housewives, thoughts on Portia's recent engagement?
Yes, Portia. You like that? You like that? You need the friends that are going to tell you the honest to God truth about a situation. No sugarcoats. None. Especially you got 2 children and then you over there months behind on your mortgage. That's what the reports say. So I got to go, y'all. I'm going to go. It's time for me to go get something to eat. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let me know what you think of the episode. Girl, y'all better prepare. And Reba, I don't know. I said what I had to say about Reba. You can't expect something out of that woman. The woman just has the title of mother. She's not a mother. She's just a woman who had a baby, girl. She's just a woman who had a baby. For real. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.